So this is running on 12 volt Optima with no assistance, and I'm not plugged in. There's a glare. So the Optima started at about 1265. So I mean that was floating way up there. So if I plug in, let's see if I can do this with one hand without electrocuting myself. Turn into an Afro-American. So I'm going to plug in the 110. So it takes the load off of the battery. So now the battery is going to start going up. So I think I might put quick connectors on this battery with some permanent pigtail with small connectors that almost look like jumper cable, truck terminal. Oh, I don't know what to call them, but I got a pack of 10 of them for like, I think it was like less than $20. So this is 5 pairs, so they're just big enough to run stuff like this. And then of course I'm going to have another one that's going to be that size to hook the winch up to the receiver. And that's the reason I decided just to go ahead and get another Optima, because if I want to run any big accessories on this, I've got power for that, and smaller accessories I can run through these, but I'll keep one connected to the battery. The battery's not even bolted down. I just made a perfect place for it to sit, and I'm just going to put one metal bracket across the middle, and then I can just literally cover everything up. I've got to stuff some wires, but there's no point to make a permanent box for it because this battery is actually capable of handling a lot. And then I have this is going to be connected to the Jeep, so I'm going to have literally 2 110 plugs coming out, one for the refrigerator. I'm just going to mount this somewhere, so it's basically I'm going to have a Jeep RV. So these two are always going to be plugged into this block. This block I can unplug completely and run solely on 12 volt. But when I plug in, not only do I take the load off of the battery, but I also start trickle charging the Optima battery, because I don't necessarily want to hook it into my electrical system. I think I'm going to put a solar panel on the roof with a charge controller. I'm just going to basically mock up everything I'm going to do in the Suburban. Oh, I think the refrigerator shut down, so it must have gotten down to temperature. So anyways, I'm going to try and mock up everything in a chaotic. I get my little tiny thermometer here, and I should have put it inside there anyway. So the thermometer says, you probably can't read it on, okay, here we go. The thermometer says 55 degrees. So I don't know what I set the temperature for on this. I set it for refrigeration, not freezing, but we'll put that in there for about 5 minutes. Yeah, I can't see what I have it set for, but so now the compressor's off, so it's not pulling any juice from anything, which is why I'm hoping this will be better for voltage consumption, because the electric only heat absorption refrigerator I have that just works off a heat sink and a cooling fan it works good, but it's always trying to transfer heat from inside and express it out. And there's always a fan running, so it's always running. Even though it's not much juice, probably as this with the compressor running, it'll actually be hopefully 50% duty cycle, which means the compressor will come on when I need it. I mean, if I'm comfortable in the Jeep by having the air conditioner on or driving in weather that isn't too hot for me, and I don't like the heat, then the refrigerator is going to work less than if the refrigerator was actually in the heat or if I was uncomfortable. So in the event that I'm not in the vehicle and it's hot out, well, I'll have a window open and I'll have a solar panel on the roof. So that'll help the battery and the refrigerator. Once it's full of cold stuff, it'll stay colder longer. But once it's down to temperature, because I'll be plugged in before I leave, or if I stay at a hotel or something, I'll either bring the refrigerator inside with me and plug it in the hotel, or if I can run an extension cord, like if I'm camping, I'll every time I'm around somebody who's got a generator that's running, I'll just plug in to charge my battery and run my refrigerator simultaneously. And then when I'm driving, I won't be charging this battery because I just don't feel like I want to put all my eggs in one basket and have something happen where it kills both batteries. I do have a battery isolator I can put on, but I'm not quite ready to do all that because this is just temporarily in the Jeep to see what's going to work in the Suburban. So so the compressor's off, so this should be down to, I would say, 40. I wouldn't say it'd be close to freezing yet because I actually didn't turn it down that far, but the thermometer should be ready. So let's see, yeah, we're down to 30, I don't know, 33. So it's almost freezing already. And you can hear the compressor just came on. If you can, I can barely hear it. So it's only set to half its capacity. Maybe you can hear the compressor from inside. So it just sounds like a regular compressor in a house refrigerator. And it's got a basket I can pull out to use. I'm going to put shelving in it because in the bottom, I got to clean it. It looks really dirty, but it just got some rust on the basket. So I need to probably use some navel jelly on the basket. Put the lotion on the basket. And when I get all that rust off, I'll probably just take it and get it either powder coated, or if I want to buy enough tool dip or chem dip, I could dip it in that. But so now the compressor's running. So now the test I'm going to do is unplug it from 110. That's weird. I unplugged it from 110 and the compressor went off too. So, that's odd. I would think it would continue running because it's supposed to automatically run and we're connected. Let's see. Oh, the light's not on. I wonder if when I was pulling it apart I didn't do it. I have to do it quicker. Unless I blew the fuse. Let me see. Yeah, maybe I blew the fuse. So this is what I need to figure out. So it's just got a 10 amp fuse. Somebody put a micro fuse in. I think it can have a standard colored fuse. But that's what I blew when I hooked it up backwards because somebody had it mislabeled. Let's see here. Oh, of course I can't see. So I have more lights in here. I need to put a better light inside the Jeep. Okay, let's see. Well, you can tell the light's out. And it said if the light's out, it's either because there's a voltage problem or the fuse is blown. So I think I'm going to put a bigger 10 amp fuse, because it does say 10 amp. But I think it can handle a larger size. Oh, it came on. Wonder why it turned off. I wonder if the transition from 110 to AC isn't as seamless as DC to AC. So now we've got the voltage dropping, but I still have the charger hooked up. So all I did is remove the 110 power for the fridge. So now the fridge is relying on just the Optima battery. See, I'm Marky, because some POS didn't put POS on it, and it was black on one side and red on the other. She had blue tape on the other side. It's kind of not right to be political just with a refrigerator. But anyways, so this is my test bed, literally, and then I've got this solar panel, which is a little obnoxious of a size to put on a Jeep, but I measured everything out and it fits. So now I just want to see how long it takes. I'm going to start from now, because now the battery's at what it probably should be sitting at, just idle. So 1234. So I don't know when this is going to kick on. Probably somewhere under 1210. 12.10 volts. So it was exactly 12 minutes when I looked at that at 12:10. That's the main reason I'm recording this, so I can keep track of what I'm doing. And the temperature I have in there, the very bottom of it, I'm assuming, is probably just below freezing, and the very top is probably at like 35, 36. So that might be good enough to keep frozen items in the bottom. I'm going to have to put some containers that I can actually separate frozen stuff from non-frozen stuff. I have this, which is kind of cool because it folds up, so I can store it when I don't need to use it. So, but it's actually got a vinyl type breathable bottom, kind of like Chaps. They have a breathable bottom. So this will actually, and it has little holes in it on each side for some reason. I know what this is. I got it at Deal Busters for like $1. So it's gonna sit. It's about the same dimensions as the fridge, and I can just really basically got that pendulum thing going. If I sat it down, I don't want to set it. Oh, so yeah, if it fits in there good like that, great. I can take stuff in and out, and I won't drop it because it'll actually kind of catch it in the bag. But if it doesn't fit where I need it, I can still kind of scrunch it up and get around it to get stuff under it. So frozen items, I'm gonna actually bring ice cream with me if I want, and then stuff that's doesn't need to be frozen can be on the top in this that I can take out and won't get any freezer burn on it or any contact. And then the very top will probably just be anything that I don't want to get warm. So but yeah, it kicked on right after I opened the top and to check the temperature. So the thermostat is working good, and honestly, even with the latch undone, it's still, I gotta pull it a little bit to open it. And when I shut the latch, it doesn't necessarily, like, doesn't really move it. So it's just holding it in place. It's not trying to squash the seal that much. I'm sure it's moving a little bit, but that's a really firm seal. Let's see if I can see what it is in there. No, I'm not gonna mess with it until. Well, this is still sitting at 34 and the compressor's been running. So, granted it's only 50 or 60 degrees outside, but it's still, I mean, the compressor's running and it's not getting any help and it's not trying to trickle charge yet. So it's been a little under 6 minutes and we're still sitting at 1234, 1235. So it's hanging in there good. Of course, it's a brand new battery, but I never charged the battery. So who knows what my, I guess I can check and see what my other Optima battery does when it's sitting. I've had dome lights on, but they're LED. And so I've been completely isolated from the how do we read this? I know I got some more light in here. Okay, so this is gonna be fun because I got one hand to work with. Come on. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna turn the ignition to accessory. Oh, I thought this was gonna be backlit. So this is 11 volts, but my shut up. But this Jeep, unfortunately, that's the other reason I'm not hooking the other Optima battery to this wiring. I could go direct to the battery, but this Jeep has a weird issue with the voltage from here in the dash to under the hood. Matter of fact, you know what? I want to check the voltage of the actual battery under the hood. Maybe this will describe what I'm talking about. This Jeep has always had like an electrical gremlin from day one. The power, still haven't gotten that to straighten out yet. The power under the hood, ooh, the rain's coming.